Scentland, the land of scent. Hello and welcome, Chris back with another brand new review. Well, it depends on when you're actually watching, but I'm back from the US for my fellow subscribers who kind of follow me. And if you recognize the location, the setting where I am today, I started my channel in this very setting here. It's going to be 5 years this year, and so I decided to return to do a new review in regards to a fragrance that I like a lot, and I have to say it's one of the nicest smells that I've ever come really across. And that's kind of a big statement because I have a huge collection and I've smelled like thousands of fragrances in the past more than 25 years. So that's kind of a big statement to make, right? But still, I think not everything is perfect with this fragrance, obviously. I'm going to tell you all about the pros and cons of this fragrance, but I really love the smell. We're talking about Avon's Aspire. Now it's a kind of, a bit of pretentious name, but it has some dynamics to it. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the 2016 Avon Aspire. Center stage open. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. It starts off with a bottle. I really like the bottle, and I think I know why I like the bottle so much. It reminds me strongly, first of Insensé from Givenchy 1993. It has that type of shape, and the juice color has a similar color to it as well. So, I like this, and it has these little nuances here, and you can see it's Avon written there, Avon Aspire, Avon, and then here below Aspire. So it has, this it reminds me of Insensé. Maybe this is why it already got, before I smelled it, close to my heart. But it has also sort of a feminine touch to it, which, believe it or not, I like as well. I like somehow, it reminds me of a classy female fragrance as well. The cap as well, this little, it's plastic, but it looks gold. It's a little nice cap. And well, Avon fragrances have the crappy sprayers. It's not good. It's a low average sprayer, I really have to say. It does not distribute a lot, and you can feel the motion when the sprayer is being activated, that it has this, it does not run very fine. It's kind of a rough spray. Nevertheless, it sprays a fantastic fragrance. So, what is there to know about Avon's 2016 Aspire? There was an Aspire, I think, released in 2014 as well, which is kind of weird. Why would they release two different releases within 2 years, named with the same name? I don't really understand that, but it's not my problem. I found this one, actually I got this one from my great friend Joel, and I've obviously test driven it, and I really have to say that wow, the smell for me, for my taste at least, is mind-blowingly good. I really like this. Why? Because it's bright, it's fresh, yet classy fresh, not your typical citrus fresh. How does it achieve that? There's a very fresh bergamot aspect in the fragrance to start with. Now, bergamot is nowadays used by, and even in the old days, by everybody. Bergamot is there all the time. This is a very fresh, very sparkling, very juicy bergamot that is really, really friendly and not your typical bergamot. It's something that really is appealing to me a lot, this type of bergamot. And then what you have in there is almost immediately the cedarwood, sandalwood. First of all, the category is a citrus woody, right? So after the citrus start with the bergamot, the sandalwood, and cedarwood are creeping in there, coming in there, like almost immediately. But what you have is a fine very fine nuance of jasmine, and another juicy, fresh element that helps bergamot to shine even more is ginger in this fragrance. So it's a slightly bit floral with the jasmine in there. The woodiness gives it a nice, not harsh, just smooth, woody backbone, and the ginger and the bergamot kind of, shine together and bring the fragrance to a still fresh mid and then dry down as well. Jasmine and the woods are going to be even more prominent towards the dry down. And there's some other fresh green element in this, and I think it's due to very, very nicely intelligently blended mint, because I can't detect anything else green, but there is a green aspect in here, but nothing. It must be mint, because it has this green, fresh element which goes very well with your ginger and the bergamot. And my favorite part is obviously whenever the jasmine starts to kind of shine, right? Because this is when it also makes me recall or reminds me of Insensé by Givenchy, the 1993 version. Obviously I'm talking about the original. This is some sort of a little sister, a little brother of Insensé, the modern type Insensé. It does not have any pine or moss related parts of this, so this is much less formal than Insensé was. Yet Insensé was a perfect springtime fragrance, a well-dressed springtime fragrance, right? This is the same, only in a different decade, right? And obviously with different, from a different quality, with a different quality. Although I have to say that the blending, purely the blending here, is done absolutely fantastically. And this is not the first time that I meet a fragrance from Avon where the blend itself is fantastic. As I mentioned in regards to the packing, the sprayer is not optimal, right? While at the same time the bottle is really gorgeous. I mean, like it's as gorgeous as the Insensé bottle. The color of the fragrance is also gorgeous. Same thing. Could be an Insensé sort of clone or something like that. It fits well in your hands. It looks classy on your shelf. What else do we know? Well, in regards to longevity. Now here's the other sort of downside to this fragrance. It's nowhere near a Givenchy quality, obviously. Insensé was lasting for, I don't know, 48 hours. This lasts probably 3-4. And you find this with many Avon fragrances that they kind of lack in terms of longevity. Although I have to say that, for example, Destination Wilderness that I reviewed a few weeks ago lasts tremendously well throughout the day. And also their 2008 release called Signature lasted. That was a apple-based scent, lasted a long time. This is sort of a, I would say, low average EDT lasting power. But the good side is that you are very happy to reapply, because anytime you apply this, it's just, goodness me, the smell is so good. It really elevates you. It's bright. It's humorous. It's intelligent. It's smiling. It's very the mindset this fragrance projects is very positive. It's very outgoing, inviting, delicate, to me, very French. So the package is being really done in a way where there's a few flaws to it, maybe the sprayer and the longevity, but the rest makes up for it to make this a fragrance that I can totally stand for and I can totally use every day, especially in springtime, which is now approaching. In regards to longevity, sillage, it's not very strong. I tend to overspray this one. I spray 6, 8 sprays, maybe 10 even, mostly beneath the shirt or underneath the shirt and everywhere, But I'm very happy then for the next 3, 4, 5 hours with it, and then I reapply. I maybe do a little bit of decant with a travel spray, carry it along in my jeans, whatever. It's fantastic. It's really, really nice, and in the springtime you can really use it. I would suggest this for people who like their classy, bright citrus woody fragrances with nuances, just a touch of florals, but you have to really have an open nose for the jasmine part. I think it's not as obvious as you'd think, but it's really, really well done. It's such a nice blend, and here comes the best part, the price, right? The price quality ratio here is fantastic because the overall presentation is nice. The blend is fantastic. The smell is outstanding. There's a few flaws, but who cares if you pay $10 for a fragrance like this? My good God Almighty, $10. Yeah, this is a total winner in terms of price versus quality ratio, and so I'm very happy with it. So that was Avon's Aspire fragrance for the everyday, casual, or even office springtime day. And I was Chris, or I am still, and will be for a long time to come. And I'll be back with more very soon. Thanks very much for your attention, and I'll be back.